Hi everyone, it's Scrap Lady. I'm back. Back from my trip from Mexico. Gone for 2 weeks. We left on May 9th and we got back yesterday, which was the 23rd. We had an awesome time. Couple little blips along the way. Um, Jack got sick. We got there on Friday the 9th. Jack got sick on Sunday, on Mother's Day. He was throwing up a couple of times. He had a really bad stomach ache and just didn't feel good and basically spent the day in bed. But got sick a couple of times. And then, wouldn't you know, Tuesday, my turn. Only I got it really, really, really bad. I was sick for 6 hours. I was like nonstop. I was miserable, and so was Jack, because I am the worst patient when it comes to being sick and throwing up. I don't deal well at all. You can do anything with pain. You can stick me with needles everywhere, and I have been, and you can give me pain anywhere, and I can handle it. I can't handle being sick and throwing up. Oh, I was such a baby. Poor Jack. He took care of me, and I was so sick that for the next 3 days or so, my sides hurt from being sick so much. But anyways, we got over it, and we did have a great week, just relaxing, not doing a whole lot, which is what we wanted to do the first week, because the second week my daughters and Ian came. And so that was awesome. Their flight was super delayed, so that made it very difficult. We knew it was delayed, so we got to the airport at the later time. It was delayed almost an hour, and then we got to the airport, and you can't, like, I told them when they come out of the airport that we're going to be on, like, to take a left. We're going to be right there waiting for them. And I wanted to be in a position where I could see them coming out the doors, because you're inundated if you've ever been to Mexico. Okay, the minute you get off the plane and get through customs, everybody is trying to get you for timeshares, for rental cars, for taxis, for everything. It is awful. So I said, just ignore everything, just ignore it all, and just get through and stuff. And so they turned out to be like 2.5 hours late. They had some bad weather in Philadelphia, and they had to sit on the plane for over an hour. So anyways, they finally made it, and I finally connected with them, which was awesome. And we had no rain the first week. The second week we did have rain, unfortunately, but not a lot. Hold on. Sorry, just needed a sip of water. So we did have, so that was a little bit disappointing for the girls, because they just didn't expect it to rain. They wanted to be in the sun the whole time. But we did have an excellent week with them and Ian, and we went to a beach in Tulum, which is about an hour away. It was a beautiful beach, and it was pouring when we got there, and they didn't want to have anything to do with it. And we brought food. We brought peanut butter and jelly and bread and stuff. And so I got out of the car when we got there. It was raining, and I said, I'm going to go scope out and see what's going on. There was a few people on the beach. This beach was just gorgeous. We drove right up close. We parked close, and then I was able to just walk on the beach. The sand was just gorgeous, the white sand. It was just beautiful. But it was raining, and so I said, I'm going to go scope it out and see where there is places to sit. And so there was places that had, tables that had umbrellas and everything else. And so I said, let's just eat lunch in the car, and then I don't care if it's raining. I'm going to go in the ocean. This beach is just gorgeous. So reluctantly, they said, okay. So we did have lunch in the car. We made our sandwiches. By the time we finished eating, the sun was out. It was awesome. So they wanted to, they wanted us to pay for a table and chairs with an umbrella. We said no, we didn't want to do that because we didn't know how long we were going to be there. So they gave us a table and chairs for free to sit at under a tree, so we were kind of in the shade. So Jack and I went in the water right away, and the girls, of course, put their towels out and wanted to lay in the sun, and it started raining again. So basically, there wasn't a lot of people at this beach, so basically, they all came into the water, but the rain was coming down so hard, it hurt when it hit you. Hit me in the face, it was hitting us everywhere, and it hurt. It was coming down so hard. So it didn't rain for a really long time like that. Um, so we stayed in the water for a while, and then we got out, and the girls just didn't enjoy themselves that much, but I had a great time. So, excuse me. After that, we went to, we were driving back, and there was a mall, and I wanted to stop in the mall to check out a couple of stores, and of course we're driving back, and the sun's shining. It's really nice and everything. So I wanted to go into this mall because I knew there was a couple stores in there I wanted to see. And they had a store that it was a craft store, and I have the bag here. I don't even know what it was called. Magic Days? I don't think this was it. I think they had a couple of stores in there, but this was one side of the bag that says Magic Days, and then the other one says TZ Shops. It said underneath it, it might have been called Magic Days, but it said craft supplies, and I was like, yay! Because they don't sell craft supplies in Cancun. I mean, nothing in Mexico, in that area that we were in, nothing at all. They have the picture albums and things like that, but nothing. So this store had lace, and they had ribbon, and they had a couple of punches, beads, and other funky craft things and stuff like that. So I got this pretty lace, which actually ended up being super cheap once I realized. Um, and they had this in all different colors, but I just got it in the white. So it's 5 meters, which is about a little more than 5 yards, and it was 43 pesos, which comes out to $3.34. So that's pretty good for this. So I was really happy with that. That's all I got there. Didn't get anything else. And I just looked around. And then they had a fabric store, which was really interesting to look around because it had all the Mexican bright colored fabrics and all these different things. It was really cool. I didn't look around very much because the girls wanted to be outside in the sun, and they were outside waiting for me. So anyways, but I did get to look around a little bit there. And then so we left that mall, and of course the sun was shining, and going out the parking lot, we saw a thing that had go-karts. And the girls said, oh, wouldn't it be fun for Ian to ride in a go-kart? And there was no one there. So we said, okay. So there was you rode 2 people at a time, 2 go-karts at a time, and you could race each other around the track, and you got to go for about 10 minutes. They said 50 laps, I guess. 50 laps if you drive like a maniac. For me, it was like 10 laps. But anyways, so Nicole and Caitlin went first, and they put on these big helmets, like regular, and they had a ball. It was so much fun. So then Jack and Ian were going to race second. And so Caitlin helped to explain to Ian the brake and the gas and the whole thing. You really don't even need to use the brake. You just take your foot off the gas and it basically stops. So anyways, they were very, very hard to steer. So Ian does not drive. He has no clue. And so he got in and crashed, like ran into the wall. But they were just the low walls, nothing, like bumper cars almost. And he couldn't turn the wheel, so he kind of got it a couple times and kind of going around, crashed again, and then around the last area of the lap, it was a big turn, and he just went boom straight right into the wall. Oh, poor him. So the two people that were running it were young people, and the guy helped him out, was really good and everything. And I said, he can't do this. So I said, can I get in and take his time? And so they said, sure. So we got him out. He had fun. You know, he had fun for that short little distance that he went. And then I drove it. Oh my gosh. It was the first time I've ever gone on a go-kart, and it was very hard to steer, very hard. Jack was trying to race me. He was zooming around, and I was like, ooh. But it was so much fun. Oh, it turned out to be an awesome day. What started out to be a little bit rough with the rain turned out to be an awesome day, and that was on Monday, I believe it was, after the girls had gotten there. No, Tuesday, because Monday we went to Cancun. We took them to Cancun to go shopping and stuff. So we did that, and they were able to, you know, go in some stores. And it rained again, so we were kind of limited, but we did go out to eat. By the time we got to the place to go out to eat, it had stopped raining, and it was really nice. And so this was a restaurant Jack and I had been to last year, and we loved it. So they bring the drinks on their heads. So I don't have a lot of video, but I have pictures. So I'm going to make a video with all the pictures, so that you can see more that way. I do have a video that I tried 3 times of the room that we stayed in, and every time the audio went dead halfway through. I'm going to post one of those videos anyways, even though there's not going to be any. You're going to see my lips moving with no audio. I'm going to post it regardless, because so you guys can see it. And, you know, I'll just put a note, no audio or something, and you'll enjoy just watching it. You don't need me talking to see the place. So anyways, so Monday we went to Cancun. So we get back, and it's sunshine, and we're like, let's go in the pool, let's go in the pool. It was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon or something. So we get our bathing suits on, and we rush downstairs to catch the shuttle, because it's a little bit of a walk to get to the pools and stuff. And it starts raining. Oh no. So anyways, the rain let up, and the girls said, well, we'll go to the store, buy something. We needed a couple things, and there was a store in the right in the resort. The resort is just too big to even imagine. We were in building 7 of the Grand Mayan, and there's 8 buildings there, and there's probably another 8 buildings for the Mayan Palace. And the pools are just, they go on forever. There's a lot of pools, and they're just huge, and it's wonderful. That one pool that I showed you before was just one small pool, and then there's like several bigger pools. And so they go down to go to the store, to take the shuttle to go to the store, and it's pouring again. So we did have a couple days of rain, off and on, but it was pouring rain when it did rain. And then, so then Tuesday, we went to Tulum, to the beach, and again, that was not good for them, but I had a great time in the water. I didn't care that it was raining. And then Wednesday, we decided to go to Shelha, which is the one place that we wanted to take them. It's the all-inclusive, alcohol, food, everything. The place where they swim with the dolphins, that wasn't inclusive. They had to pay extra for that. They have like a lazy river. It's just a gorgeous place, and you snorkel, and you see tropical birds, and just animals, and all this other stuff. And it was just really awesome. And that day was sunny and gorgeous all day. So needless to say, you can see I got burned in here, got some sun. I probably can't see it, but it'll turn into a tan. And I didn't get the like really bad sunburn, which was good. It was gradual. So yeah, it was just Shelha was unbelievably fun. We had a great time. Ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. They opened at 8:30. We were there at 8:30, and they closed at 7, and we were there at 7. So we ate dinner before we left. We were there until from open to close, and we enjoyed every minute of it. And the girls and Ian got to swim with the dolphins, and I'll show you some pictures of that too when I upload the pictures. And it was just a great time. So on Tuesday, Monday, the girls wanted to go out, and Monday wasn't the day we went to. It was Sunday or Monday. I don't remember which day. Sorry, I'm really confused. But anyways, the day that the girls wanted to go out, we must have gone to Cancun on Sunday. We went to Cancun on Sunday, and then Monday we hung out by the pool. Ian was not feeling well, and we knew that he wasn't because he did want to eat. And so he slept while we were in the pool. They have the beds and stuff, so he just wanted to sleep. He didn't want to do anything, and he was complaining that his stomach hurt. So I said, I think he's going to get this bug. So the girls had planned to go out for a night out, and we were going to be with Ian. No problem. Well, they were dressed up and walking out the door practically, and all of a sudden I'm like, he is not well, and he started throwing up. So Caitlin had to take care of him, and so they didn't end up going out, which was too bad. But they did go out on Thursday night, so that was good. We were supposed to go the Friday that they came in. I had posted on that thing we were going to go to Cowabunga. It's not Cowabunga. It's Cocobongo. Why I was saying Cowabunga. Cowabunga. It's Cocobongo. And it's a pretty famous bar in Cancun, and they have one in Playa del Carmen. And I had met a woman who was going by herself, and so it's like, oh, it would be fun if I went with the girls too. And she had a VIP ticket, and so I was going to get a VIP ticket, and then the girls were just going to get general admission. And it includes all your alcohol, and there's like several shows, and then there's dancing and stuff like that. The shuttle from the resort leaves at 9 p.m. and brings you back around, picks you up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And so I had all planned to go and everything, and she already had her ticket, this woman. She was a really nice lady. She already had her ticket, and so I tried to get a ticket on Thursday, and they were sold out. Couldn't get any tickets at all. So didn't end up going to Cocomongo, and which was fine because the girls were really tired when they came in anyways on Friday, so it was okay. So Thursday they finally got to go out, and Thursday night they went out. Jack and I took Ian, and he had to buy some postcards, and he wanted to buy something for his dad for Father's Day. He wanted to buy him a mug, and we were going to take him to Walmart because stuff is really cheap there. The postcards are really cheap, and they have souvenir stuff that's really inexpensive. So on the way, we had been driven by, in Playa del Carmen, the fire station. And Ian is obsessed with fire. He wants to be a fireman when he grows up. And so anyways, he's obsessed with fire stuff and firemen and fire trucks. And so we said, we're going to take you, it's called Bomberos. We're going to take you to the Bomberos and get some pictures. They had this one particular fire station that had a fire truck up on the roof. And so we get there, and the girls had gone out, and Jack and I took him. And Jack fortunately knows enough Spanish. He was able to muddle through, explaining that, Ian was mentally disabled and that he wants to be a fireman, but it's obviously never going to happen. And so we wanted to take pictures of him in front of the fire truck. And so they said, okay. And they didn't speak any English at all. So he went to this first fire truck that was just for show. It was just an old fire truck. And so he went and stood up on the side of the fire truck, and oh, he was so thrilled. So Jack was taking his picture, and one of the firemen had come over, and I thought, I wonder if he's upset that he's standing, because he just stood there. So I wonder if he's upset that he's standing on the fire truck. So he got down, and the fireman waved him over, wanted him to take a picture in front where the sign was with the dog. The dog was like cross between a basset hound and something else. It was kind of a mutt, but it was a cute dog. So that's their dog, and so he had the picture of him with the dog, and then he waves him over to the real fire truck, and he opens the door, tells Ian to get into the fire truck, into the driver's seat. Oh my gosh, he was just beaming he was laughing. Oh, I'm driving the fire truck. And he goes, oh, oh, just pretending. So they started up the fire truck, they turned on the lights, and they let him honk the horn. And oh, he was just in heaven. It was, despite going to Shellha and swimming with the dolphins, we asked him what the best thing that he did in Mexico was, and he said he pretended driving the fire truck. That was the best thing that he did. So, it was awesome. So and they were awesome. The firemen were so awesome. And they treated him very well, and it was really nice. So, and he was like, thank you, after, it was really, really sweet. And, so then we took him to Walmart and got his stuff, and then brought him back. And so the girls had come back shortly after we got back. It was like 10:30 or something. And the girls had got back from going out, and I was surprised they were back so early. And Caitlin had some episode of, she had severe pain across her back, in her shoulders, down to her wrists. Her wrists hurt tremendously. All her joints hurt. She was crying. It hurt so bad. So we gave her some medicine. We put some ice on it. We tried to have her sit in the hot tub where she could, maybe get some heat. And we just didn't know what to do. And if she wasn't moving, she was okay. And so Nicole, the nurse, says, you got to drink more water. We concluded in the end that she was probably dehydrated, because she hadn't drank much water at all, if any, that day. She did have alcohol, but she didn't have any water. So I think it was a combination of that and the heat and not having enough water. She was fine. We were worried what was going to happen, because we were flying home on Friday that morning, and the next morning we were really worried, But she was fine on Friday. So we concluded that it was dehydration. She kept hydrated well after that, and by morning she was fine. But it was a little scary. So we all, like I said, the three of us, me and Jack and Ian, had our little bouts of getting sick. And then, that was it. But, excuse me, overall, the week was just fabulous. The resort is beautiful. We actually upgraded our unit, because we had a master suite, which is just a bedroom, and we really, really wanted a kitchen. And we weren't in the position last year to purchase the full one bedroom with the kitchen. So this year, we actually, they're opening this resort, the Grand Mayan, is opening a Cirque du Soleil. They're building it across the street from the resort, and this is going to be a big, huge thing. It's the company is called Vita, that owns all these, and so it's part of the resort. And they're also building this big, huge water park thing and everything else. And so, since they haven't opened it yet, now was a good time for us to upgrade, and we got a fabulous deal. We didn't pay hardly anything extra, and we got to upgrade. So we now have 2 weeks every other year which is fine. And you only pay the maintenance fee if you use it. So you pay a maintenance fee for the weeks that you have when you use it. So we'll pay that only every other year, and because we will use it. And they have different locations. They have Cabos. I think they have I don't know, Jamaica maybe. I'm not really sure, but anyways, they have a lot of different locations. So I think next year we're going to go to Cabos probably. Um, So, and what we did was, the reason why we could go next year is we bought on the odd year. So this is an even year. We're here this year. We can go again next year, but we can't go the year after that. But we have our RCI timeshare that we can use to go somewhere else on the odd years. So, anyways, very exciting that we did that. That was very, very exciting. We got what we wanted, and this is the way we travel, and we love it, and it's a lot cheaper for us and everything. So anyways, just had a fantastic time. I was ready to come home. Our flight was delayed from Cancun, and we waited in Cancun airport. We were there at 9:30. We were supposed to take off at 11:45. We didn't take off till after 2. We did have a 4-hour layover originally a 4-hour layover in Philly, but that ended up being like a little more than an hour. So we had enough time, but not a lot of time. So again, after the 2 weeks, I was ready. I'm ready to come home, and it's nice to be home and whatnot. The vacation was wonderful. So I'm just going to show you a couple of other things that I got while I was there. I don't have everything. The other things are just little things like magnets and stuff like that. And we got a couple of t-shirts. So I did where we stayed, they had different craft, people selling their crafts and things like that. And so I did buy this really beautiful bowl. Actually, the girls had paid for some of this for me. And then it has the flower on the inside. It's gorgeous. So I love that. So I got that. And then they do painting it's with spray paint. And this guy, he's just phenomenal. I'm looking for the one I got last year. He's phenomenal. And he just like sprays like different colors, and then he'll spray another color over it, and he'll take newspaper and make different things, and it comes out to be this beautiful scenery picture. It's amazing. So last year when we went there, I had bought, this is a ceramic tile, and I had bought this. Hold on one second. Yes. Oh, Jack's standing watching me. So I bought this on a ceramic tile last year, which I haven't even hung yet. So I have to figure out how I'm going to hang it. But this is just gorgeous. And this is just with spray paint. They're just painting, and they're making these different things and using newspaper and different tools. And it's like, it comes out to be this gorgeous scenery picture. And so the year in 2010 when we went, I bought on a canvas a beautiful scenery painting that I watched him paint. So this year, I was thinking about my new room that we're building downstairs, and I was trying to decide on paint colors and all this other stuff. Obviously, the room isn't even, we just started taking down walls, and so anyways, I decided that I love tropical and I love the ocean so much that I want to have it sort of a beachy kind of theme in my studio, and it's going to be called Sue's Scroppin' Studio. So I decided that I wanted to go more of a beachy colored, so maybe the colors might be, I actually took a picture of some pillows that they had on the beds that were like kind of a taupe color, like a brownish with teal piping around them, and I loved the teal color. It's a light teal. So I thought maybe I might go something like that. I'm not sure. But I'm going to have one wall that's basically it's going to have some shelves and stuff on it, but basically it's going to be a blank wall. So I decided I'm going to stencil Sue's scrapping studio on that wall. And then I may stencil some starfish or fish or things like that. Not too bright or too much, you know what I mean? Just kind of subtle. And then I may paint the other walls like a different color. I'm not really sure. But anyways, so I thought of getting, they do those paintings, and they have a lot of them this year of all the sports teams and stuff. So I said, oh, I'm going to get one that says Sue's Scrappin' Studio. And so the girls we were talking, and they said, well, if you're going to stencil your name, the name of, Sue's Scrappin' Studio on one wall, why don't you get your sign made with your name, Scrap Lady? What a great idea. So I looked at the different ones, and they had canvas ones, and then they had wood ones that looked like surfboards, and I really loved the surfboard one. So anyways, I talked to the guy, and I said, showed him different ones, and I said, I like this part from here, I like this part, you can kind of make it, because I didn't want it too much. And he made the sign, and I watched him make it, and I am so happy with it. It's amazing. He put, first on the bottom of the sign, he just sprayed orange and green and yellow, just just sprayed all, and I'm like, okay. Then he sprayed blue. Then he takes newspaper, and actually, where was it? Right here, you can actually see the newspaper print. See right there? And then he just, does it, and he made the coral. And then he uses a spatula thing, and he makes all this other stuff over here. And I mean, it just comes out amazing. And they have a stencil for the fish that they use. And then they made a special stencil for my name, Scrap Lady. Made sure I liked it. I love it. I just love it. I'm so happy with it. So that's the special thing. Actually, my daughter's paid for most of it for me for my birthday. So that's the very, very special gift that I got that I just love. Oh, look, it's just so gorgeous. I love it. I'm so happy with it. And I watched him make the whole thing, and I'm just thrilled. So that was an awesome, awesome thing. So, and then Ian painted. You can paint different things, and Ian painted because when we went to Shelha, we have pictures, and I'm going to upload the pictures into a video. They have different, like a toucan, and they have parrots and things like that, and they put them on you, and they take pictures and stuff. So he painted a little parrot, and it doesn't matter how you paint it, they fix it up and they make it beautiful. So we have pictures of him painting that, and it just so awesome. And he swam with the dolphins with the girls and just had so much fun. Got the video for that and pictures, and he was just in awe of everything. But you ask him what he liked best about going to Mexico, and it was sitting in the fire truck, pretending to drive the fire truck. That's what he liked best about Mexico. Not swimming with the dolphins, not all this other stuff. So anyways, but he did love everything. He really did. And he mentions the go-karts and how he crashed and everything. But we tried to give him as much as we could, and he did. He had a great time, and it was really fun to be with them, and to be with him, and be with my daughters. And it was just awesome. We had a week by ourselves and then a week with them. And it was a great vacation. So again, I'm glad to be home. Was glad to be there. 2 weeks is wonderful. So I'm back, and I will be doing more videos. And again, I'm going to upload some pictures and put together a picture video so you can see pictures of our trip, which will be much easier. And I will also upload the video that I did of the room, despite the fact that the audio went out partway through. I'm still going to upload it because it's a good video of our room and stuff. So Anyways, just wanted to share some of my fun things that I did in Mexico, and I hope you enjoyed it. And again, I will be uploading pictures in the next couple of days. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Bye.